Are you struggling with the idea of overdoing or overworking texture? I know it's happened to me. Let me just remind you of a few things that we can do to help us not get to that point. And first of all, let me just say too, if you have, it's okay. We are here to experiment. This is just one big experiment, and just let yourself off the hook. Give yourself some grace. Believe it or not, you are still learning through all these mistakes, and that's the beauty of it. But let me show you some stuff I've been experimenting with. Now, this is a practice panel I made, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. And also, it's not to say any of these are wrong. It just may not go with our taste. And that's a big clue to help you figure out who you are as an artist and what speaks to you. That's all it is. There are artists that can make this work and push it so much further than I have here, and it's beautiful. But it just, for some reason, is not jiving with me and what I like in art. And that's super important for me to know. So for me here, I've got like 4 textures working in this. This is plaster that I built up on the canvas. Then I had a little bit of gel medium in there. And then I sprinkled some of my desert sand. And I even pressed into all of this my just some twigs I found from around the area. And I also used it to carve out little divots in here. And you know, it was great for me to practice and learn on. And I don't hate it, but it's giving me clues to know, like, okay, for me, maybe I use not 4 different textures. Like maybe my sweet spot is 1 or 2 textures, and I can make them the star. And that's all that you're doing here. So let me show you what I mean. On this next one, now this I think is really cool. This is a crackle paste, and I just smeared it across here, and I kind of like the effect. I feel like for my desert art that it lends itself really well. And I even left some of the areas not really covered in paint. Again, an experiment. And who's to say that it's wrong, right? That's what we do. We look for rules to push, and we push them. And then I put a little bit of gel medium on here, and I sprinkled some of my desert sand because I thought, oh man, this just speaks desert to me. Dried, cracked earth and these colors. And so I love this one. And now it's teaching me, well, okay, if I love it, I've got to make more. I've got to see where this goes and figure out, like, can I get even more abstract? Can I push it a little further? And what is that point? And what is it that I can do to keep going with this and stay in that realm of what speaks to me? But you know, I didn't start that way. Let me show you one of my earlier paintings. This is just one of my desert landscapes, and I still love it. And I just experimented here with, this just has sand sprinkled into it, and I painted over it too. And it was just a great, easy way to begin. And sometimes I return to this when I feel like, okay, you've gone a little too far. This is not really speaking to you anymore. And then I come back and I'll do something that I know is in my area that speaks to me. And that's what you have to discover. Each one of you is going to have a little different of a nuance on your art. And that's the beauty of it. We don't want to be like anyone else. We want to know, what is it in our art that speaks to us, and then go down that path a little further. And you know, when you put all those things together, it's your style. It's who you are. And you don't need to go searching and saying, oh my gosh, I love that person's art. I want to try and paint like that because that's my style. Well, we don't know what our style is like that. Our style of liking it, yes. But then when it comes to painting, we're not meant to paint that way. We're meant to paint like us. But it's going to take us a little bit of discovery to get there. So give yourself that time and take advantage of all of this, experimenting with different types of textures and mediums and painting to bring in and say, oh, wow, that really surprised me. I think I need to go a little deeper in that area. And if you do that and keep that tied into who you are, your other passions, you can't go wrong. And you're gonna find what we call your style, because that is truly you.